guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. This is my husband Leon and by popular request, we are going to attempt the first case in the Chronicles of Crime Millennium Series 1400 by Lucky Duck Games. We have looked a little bit at some of the rules and that kind of thing, but we will go through them with you as well. We are going to screen record the phone and we're doing this while Presley's taking a nap. So we're going to be trying to do this not necessarily as quickly as possible, but in a timely manner, if at all possible. Here we have our rule book, and this is what it looks like inside. So we are going to be setting up the board and going over the rules really quickly. Everything else is going to be in the app as well. So let's see what we have in the box. The box obviously does come with its own evidence board, but we will be using the one that is on our playmat that is down here. And then we have some decks that we have not been able to open up yet, so I'm very excited to see what is in here. So, game objective. Each of the 4 scenarios offers a unique criminal investigation. The game is fully cooperative and all players are working together to solve the mystery. The story will develop as you collect evidence and interrogate characters. When you feel you're ready to close the case, go to the location specified in the scenario, press the Solve the Case button, and answer a series of questions that will determine your score as a team. So set up, place the evidence board in the middle of the table. It has 4 unlocated character slots and 20 evidence slots. Place the home location board on the table and keep the other location boards in a pile. This is going to be our home location board for this game. I guess we'll just put it up here. And these are going to be our other location boards in a pile. Place the character cards and special item cards face down to the side of the evidence board. I believe that's where we're keeping these kind of things over here. So these are character ones, but I know we have our dog separate. And the character cards will go there. Special item cards, and I think the rest of this is evidence cards. Place the evidence category cards face up on the table in reach of the players. During the game, you may search through these cards freely and sort them face up to find the one you need at the moment. So I guess actually these ones are our evidence ones. We can use these to search for at any time. So that's different. Place the dog card face up on the table close to the evidence board. It will remind you that your dog companion is always present with you and you may use him to track scents. Place the deck of vision cards face down on the table in reach of the players. They shouldn't be revealed until the app tells you so. Okay, so these ones, I guess maybe we'll just put these also maybe down here? Or maybe, no, up in this corner? We'll try there. Okay. Each location board has 4 character slots, while the evidence board has 4 unlocated character slots and 20 evidence slots. So I think this is all the stuff that we need in order to start. We, I think, are just going to jump into the actual app part now, because that's going to have semi-instructions for us. Let's see. Okay, so 1400. So there is a tutorial in there that we looked at a little bit. We didn't actually scan any cards because we wanted to be surprised for the actual games. Also, one of our cats is completely in our way, but you know. So the first game that we are actually going to play is The Missing Pages. This one is easy. There are 4 total games in the 1400 app right now. The middle 2 are medium and the last one is hard. We did double check those just in case. We're definitely going with easy right now. So this says The Missing Pages by Gregor's A. Nowak. I'm not saying that right. I already know that. A young scribe has been murdered at a secular scriptorium. Who would benefit from the death of a man who spent most of his life buried in books? There is a parental advisory for graphic content and sex references. So I guess we'll see about that, but let's go play. Okay, during the night you have another strange dream containing visions of crimes that will haunt you until you solve the mystery behind them. Take vision cards 2, 3, 4, and 5 and put them face up on the table. Okay, so vision cards, and we want 2, 3, 4, and 5. No, that's 20.
Oh.
It starts the other way, but yeah. So 2, 3, 4, and 5, and place them face up on the table. Okay, so vision card 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't think we know much about this yet. I think this is us, the person we're playing as. I'm not entirely sure, but there's like a scribe, monk, or priest potentially, a guy that's beat up, and a woman with a bag that looks like a bat is in his hand. Next woman. Okay, we'll see. Okay, continue. As you expect, early in the morning, a messenger appears at the home of your family house. This one. Okay. there's a symbol. This one. He carries grim news. There was a murder in a secular scriptorium in the Quartier Latin. So place number 1. Oh, there's 2 sides on each one. So maybe one is letters and one is numbers. No, A, B. Oh, maybe it's I. Maybe it's not a 1. Maybe it's an I.
Okay.
I, H, I. We'll just put that here for now. The owner of the scriptorium, Bertrand Castagnier, French, number 21, is an old friend of your father. Okay, number 21 is going to be up here. Number 21. One of his scribes was murdered, and although the guards are already looking into it, he believes they are neglecting the case and wants someone he trusts to investigate the crime. So this is the guy that owns the castle, or the scriptorium. Okay. You have to find out who murdered the scribe. When you feel you know who the killer is, you should get back to your home and report the findings to your family so they can inform the authorities. Okay, so we're trying to figure out who the murderer is in this case. Once we do, we go back home. Oh, solve the case. Touch and hold to scan. I'm assuming we want to go to the scriptorium. Okay. You arrive at Bertrand's scriptorium and enter the workshop where the victim's body, 18, lies on the floor. Bertrand, who we already have, his wife, number 11, and the Salé sergeant, number 12, are here. Okay, so 18 is our body. I'm actually going to move him first. 21 is the guy that owns the place. 11 is his wife, and 12 is the Salé sergeant. Okay, so these are like the people that we can look at while we're here, I guess. Okay, cool. The sergeant gives you a nasty look and continues searching the room. Now, what do we want to look at first? To progress, you can scan locations, characters, or clues. We don't have any clues yet. We have a dead body and 3 people. Should we look at the dead body first?
Dead body first.
Dead body first? Okay. The victim lies in a pool of blood. He has some bruises on his hands and a serious head wound, most likely inflicted with a blunt object, judging by the look of his body. He died last night. Okay. Owner?
Okay.
I almost feel like we're just gonna go in order, I guess?
Sure.
Oh, you even have him on there. Okay. I'm glad you're here. I hope you and your 4-legged friend will help explain this horrid situation. Please ask me anything you need. Does that mean we can scan you Oh, I think we can scan the dead body and that will ask a question. Yeah, okay. I still can't believe this has happened. His name was Antoine, and he was my best scribe. Young, dedicated, hardworking. I can't imagine running the workshop without him. 4 pages, yes. I admit, I allowed him to take some side jobs. Different people were coming to him, sometimes even at night. It didn't seem that strange at first, because he often worked late. Then I noticed these people seemed a bit thuggish, especially one of them, number 16. I like this board. I don't like the fact that we have to keep reaching across to get the people. Maybe it should be like I'm sitting on the other end, but we're not going to do that. We're going to just let you put it somewhere over there for now. Okay, so number 16 is this guy. We don't know where he is, and he's not here, so he goes down here for now. We can ask questions about him to people, though, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I warned Antoine not to deal with people of that sort. He was rather withdrawn and rarely explained himself, but I was fine with that as long as his work got done. He seldom left the workshop, even though he had a place in La Grande Bruchière. Okay. So this is another place that we can look at. Okay. Recently, he's been focusing on one particular book, a richly illustrated tome, number 1. Okay, we don't own that yet. But I'm not sure what it was about or who gave him that job. Yes, we found a clue, and we put it on the blue spot, which we did. Perfect, okay. But now I think we can ask him about the tome. I'm pretty sure the book wasn't one of my commissions. It could be one of Antoine's side jobs. Now I'm just curious, can we ask about him? I once saw him talking with Antoine. I went to the workshop in the evening and this man was there looking at me silently with a daring smile. The next day I warned Antoine, but he assured me everything was fine. I guess that wasn't true given what happened to poor Antoine. Now I'm just curious, what are you going to tell me about your sergeant? That's why I asked for your help. The guards aren't even pretending that they care what happened here. He arrived not long before you and has barely looked at the body. The sergeant interrupts you. You should leave this investigation to the professionals, he says, and leaves the workshop. Okay. Interesting.
So, what are we gonna...
This is our vision.
Okay.
So this is actually Antoine, as we can see here.
This is his wife.
This is the wife.
But, okay.
He looks similar to him, except for he has a lot of hair and he doesn't. And I don't recognize anybody from here yet.
No.
So this is supposed to help color our investigation, where we think we should go next. So do you think we need to ask him any more questions, or should we say goodbye to him and ask somebody else?
We can ask the wife.
Okay, let's talk to the wife. So goodbye to him. I hope I can help somehow. Start with the dead body?
Okay.
I mean, I'm just assuming. I found him dead in his workshop. It was late at night and I heard sounds of fighting. I ran to see what was happening, but the doors between our house and the workshop were locked. When I came back with the spare key, it was already too late. Antoine was dead and the door leading to the street was open. I didn't see the killer. My husband had a high opinion of the scribe, but I think he was up to something. Working at night, meeting with strangers, doing other jobs on the side. I can't believe Bertrand let this man do whatever he wanted. He pretended to be shy and hardworking, but I saw him meeting a young woman, number 25, sometimes even late at night. That's not how a decent man behaves, is it? Ooh. Okay, so this is our other woman? Wait, she's that woman.
Yeah, she's that woman.
Yes, definitely. Her eyes look the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. They do. I think it's probably the art style more than anything else, but definitely. Okay. So now, should we ask her about... We asked her about the dead guy. She mentioned a woman. Let's talk to the woman, about the woman. A young woman about 25 years old with dark hair, quite a pretty face, and sad eyes. Antoine never spoke of her, but it was obvious there was something going on. What kind of woman freely visits a man at night? Okay, this is 1400. She's a little bit slut-shamey right here, but you know, okay. Okay, that was all we had to say about that. Okay, let's... Book. Do you know anything about a book? I saw Antoine working on that book, but I believe it was one of his additional commissions. Okay.
That's it?
That's it. She... is claiming not to know much. What about this guy? Unfortunately, I don't know this person.
Okay.
How about your sergeant? He seems rather unpleasant, but maybe that's how you need to be when you deal with thugs, criminals, and murderers. Okay, now I'm just curious. What do you guys say about your husband? My husband is always concerned with the workshop. He looks for new commissions for the scribes and keeps everything running smoothly. Okay, she doesn't really have too much to say, so I guess we'll say goodbye to her. And talk to you. Oh, he's not here anymore. He did say he left. Okay. One thing that I'm pretty sure we can do, and I don't know if we can really do too much because we don't have like too many clues, but I'm pretty sure we can scan our dog because he's always with us. And maybe he can tell us something. Okay. Percival barks and eagerly waits for your command. Okay. Percival's cute. Dead body?
Dead body.
Dead body. He's not even Antoine to us. He's a dead body. Percival can only track something by sniffing an object. Okay.
Sniffing the object.
We don't have the book yet, but I wonder if it's going to tell us that. Yeah, you need to find the object first.
Okay,
I like this app thing. Okay, so now there's nobody else to talk about.
Or this location or that location.
Well, we're here already, so I think we do need to move there.
Oh, if we move, then what's gonna happen? Like,
New things happen?
okay.
They just mentioned that he goes there, I think. So I think now we're gonna move. Okay. You visit an old tenement house cramped at the back of a narrow alley. When you try to enter, you are stopped by a man who introduces himself as the householder number 23. And then he is here. Householder. Okay.
Oh.
That's it so far. Dog is always with us, but we're here now, so I guess we have to talk to him. Aren't you that miraculous knight everyone talks about? Ha ha, and there's the faithful dog. What a story. I'm Pierre, and I'm at your service. Okay. So what about this guy? Did he live with you? Dead? That's horrible. Well, he lived in the room upstairs with his sister, number 25, and her husband, number 24. Oh, wait.
What?
Okay. 25.
Oh, okay.
This is his sister, apparently.
And her sister's husband, number 20.
Number 24.
Okay.
I don't actually know if that means that they're here currently, but I'm going to put them here for right now.
Alright.
Because we're talking about them. Honestly, I rarely saw him in the apartment, and he often stayed overnight elsewhere. I don't know where. I can show you the room where they live. The householder leads you upstairs to a small one-room apartment where you meet a slightly drunk man, number 24. Okay, so it sounds like she's actually not here right now. We'll move her back, but the husband is there. So I think we're still talking to Pierre, but let's see if... He is one pathetic drunkard. I've heard numerous loud quarrels between him and his wife. Jeannie is how I've heard this name pronounced in the past. I don't know if that's how they're going for it in here. They've struggled to pay the rent on time, but getting a fancy wine, number 2...
Finally. Some parchment
No.
paper. Number
Item.
Item, okay.
Item number 2. Yes. Number 2.
Oh, these are the ones...
Those are clues.
Okay.
So if they mention certain things that we need to find,
Okay.
it's clues. But these are items.
Okay.
I don't think we've had clues.
Well, oh no, we haven't possessed these yet.
No, we don't possess any of those. But now I'm just curious. Coins, signs and symbols, boxes. Sorry, the baby monitor. Trash, flammable objects, toiletries, plants, games, bags, animals, clothes, bedding.
But those are
So we're
given
supposed
to us, right? Like,
No, these are supposed to be like if we notice that it says anything specific. We weren't doing this. Headwear, keys and locks. No, yeah. This is supposed to be we can look through it at any time to pull out things that we think might mean stuff and ask people about it. So I don't think there was anything specific.
No.
Okay, wait. One thing that we can do is go to our history, and I'm gonna go to the very beginning when they talk about the dead body, and if it says no, there's nothing that it specifies. The cat.
Yeah, baby's still sleeping.
That's the only problem with our baby monitor. The cats trigger it. Okay. No, it does not look like there was anything. It just said that he was in a pool of blood and it looked like it was a blunt force trauma. So I don't think there was any clues we could find yet. But that is if they mention something. That's different than those. It's not going to tell us specifically. That's okay. That, and we'll see. Okay. They've struggled to pay the rent on time, but getting a fancy wine, number 2, wasn't a problem for him. So we have that listed. The scribe, 18, often paid the rent for them, even though he rarely slept in the apartment. But that didn't seem like it was enough. Gieri had some grudge against the scribe. They were fighting. It was something about Gieri's wife, Jeannie. Okay, we did find the clue. Put it in blue. Awesome. Is that... we can ask about Jeannie. Jeannie, that's the scribe's sister. She also lives here with her husband. She is not in her apartment, though. She works in Lord de Clairefontaine's palace on the... Why does this have to be in French? I know it's set, like, in Paris. Okay, A.
Okay.
Just put that over there. Okay, next. Awesome. Is there anything else we think... The book. Let's ask about the book.
The wine.
We can ask about the wine, too. The man shrugs. Nope, don't know. Okay, wine. I might have seen an unusual bottle in the apartment where Gary, Jeannie, and Antoine live. Quite expensive for their taste, I think. And they still have the nerve to say they don't have money? Ha! Okay, what about this other guy? This weird guy that they mentioned. Nope, don't know. What about this guy? Nope, don't know.
What
Okay.
about
The guy here? Nope, don't know. Okay, I think that's all he's gonna tell us. I think we just need to talk to the husband now
okay.
of Jeannie. Why are you bothering me? Okay, well, we'll start with your brother-in-law is dead. My brother-in-law? Dead? Little bastard. I told him he was chasing money too much, but he wouldn't listen. I can't help you with your search. He didn't speak much. He never liked me and I didn't like him. That's it. We might have had a few arguments. I might have punched him once or twice. Might have. For a good reason, you know? He wanted to take my wife from Paris, start a new life. Supposedly, I'm not treating her well. What a load of crap. I do what I can and nobody's gonna lecture me. I told him not to mention it again and to stop messing with Jeannie's head. Should we ask about the wife?
Yeah.
If she isn't working at the palace on this place, then I don't know where she could be and I don't care. Okay, so we'll double check on her later. What about the wine? I know nothing about it, but I never refuse a good drink. And a book. I don't know. Will you stop bothering me with your stupid questions? Okay.
Did we scan the...
We scanned the book and the wine. Okay. He didn't do anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask about this old man, even, or this other, not old man, this other man, even though he doesn't seem to want me to do this. You better not mess with people like Raoul Le Bon. Okay, so we have a name for that guy now. Don't mess with him. Okay, I think that's all he's really gonna give us.
Okay.
Don't you think? There's not really anything else we can ask about.
Right.
So I think we need to travel to where the sister lives. Okay, goodbye. Okay, you arrive at the palace courtyard, but the entrance is guarded. No one is allowed inside. Sergeant Matthias, number 12, okay, this guy, is here, talking with the guards. You use the servants' entrance and meet the master of the kitchen, number 19.
Nice. Yes.
Probably. Let's see. Nope, not that, but it's a guy. Okay, so they're both there. Okay, so now who do we talk to? The sergeant?
Since
the sergeant is there?
Yeah. Let's try it.
Unless we went the wrong way and we have to talk to the kitchen guy, but... You again? What do you want now? Haha, we caught you. Okay. Dead guy. He obviously messed with the wrong people. That's how all shady business ends, if you ask me. Okay. Sister? Yes, that's the dead scribe's sister. She ran away from the palace the moment she saw me. Suspicious, right? She's definitely hiding something. She dropped her bag, number 30, but it was empty. I left it in the kitchen. Ask the head cook about it. So I don't think we have it yet. So I'm going to put it here, but I think if we ask the cook, maybe we'll get it. Okay, ask the head cook about it. Put it in the blue. Yes, I was right. Okay. Nice. We'll ask about the brother-in-law?
Flip that back and sack thing.
What do you mean? Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just we're allowed to keep them face up in case we find stuff, is what it said. So I think we're fine. Let's ask about the brother-in-law. Who's that? Okay. This guy? He may call himself a king of thieves or whatever, but he's just a common thug. Sooner or later, he'll end up in the dungeons of Bastille, I swear. Okay, that's all. Book? Did you find a book? The scribe was working on that book, wasn't he? If you happen to find out anything about it, or the book itself, you should inform me immediately. It would greatly help with the investigation. Okay, so he really doesn't seem to know much. Maybe ask about... Can we ask about a place? Oh, no. You just moved there. Okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, can we ask... The old man might know how to run a workshop, but he can't keep an eye on his subordinates. Okay, did we ask? We asked about the dead body, right? We didn't talk. Well, we're going to talk to him, but I guess we're going to ask about him. The Lord's head cook? What about him? Okay, I think you're not very helpful. Nope. Goodbye. Let's talk to the cook. The head cook greets you and gives a treat to Percival. I have a lot of work in the Lord's kitchen, but I can spare you a moment. Okay, so we want to talk about bag, for sure. Jeannie dropped it when she was running away. Here it is. Bartholomew hands you the bag. I am so sorry about this. Okay, so we officially have the bag. So now, I guess we can ask about Jeannie. Jeannie, she is a good girl. I saw her in the palace earlier today doing her duties, but then she disappeared and no one could tell me where she went. I found her bag here in the kitchen, but you already know that. Do you know her brother? I wish I could help. It doesn't seem like he probably knows much. I think maybe we need Percival.
Ask
Ask about this guy first. I wish I could help.
Okay.
I think we need Percival to sniff the bag because it's empty. So we're gonna say goodbye to the cook guy and talk to our dog. Percival barks and eagerly waits for your command. Percival, a bag. Percival sniffs the bag, then runs off, his nose to the ground. You follow and arrive at a house near the Chateau de Louvre F. Okay. I wonder if we should, we can just maybe move these up a little. Move everything up just a little. This is why you need a gigantic mat. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any more vision cards for this game, but who knows. Okay. An old woman, number 22, opens the door, but does not let you in.
2.
Yes, 22. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to talk to her now. She looks at you suspiciously. How may old Gertrude help you? I'm assuming we're going to ask about maybe Jeannie first, since it was her bag. Let's do that. She seems hesitant. Maybe you could help her. Come with me. She opens the door and lets you inside. You find a young woman, number 25, sitting by the fire. Okay, so Jeannie is there.
Okay.
Do we need to talk to Gertrude? No, I think we're just talking to Jeannie. Let's skip Gertrude, because it costs us time each time. So we're going to talk to Jeannie. A young woman looks at you. It's only like 5 minutes in-game time each time we talk to people, but like obviously we're using up a lot of time because we're so new at this. We want to ask everybody everything. Okay, a young woman looks at you with sad eyes. Seeing Percival cheers her up a bit. Yes? Okay, sorry, but we're going to ask you about your dead brother. Mentioning her brother's name makes the woman cry. Antoine came to me a few days ago with a book, number 1, so we have that mentioned. He asked me to hide it somewhere no one could find it. He explained that the sergeant, number 12, was looking for it. Drama. Okay.
Well, he did mention that if you see the book.
I know, but like, remember everybody's like, oh, he wasn't doing it for me, he was doing it for someone else. So it's probably for the sergeant. The sergeant came to the workshop a few days earlier asking about the book, but left when someone approached from the corridor. Anton was afraid he'd come again. He told me to avoid the sergeant for my own safety. Interesting. So I think we'll ask about the sergeant first, and then we can always ask about the book. Antoine warned me the sergeant was dangerous. When he called for me in the palace, because he did say she ran away. I panicked and ran away. I knew I couldn't go back to my house, and the only safe place I could think of was Monsieur, number 19. So grab that just in case. He's not home right now. And Madame Aubernard, number 22's place.
19,
Oh, wait. Oh, he's the cook.
Oh,
he lives here. Okay, this is his wife.
Okay.
Nice. So the cook is friendly with at least Jeannie, it seems like. Okay, let's ask about the book. Antoine told me that finishing this book would give him a substantial sum of coins. He always dreamed of leaving Paris. He wanted a simpler life for himself and his family somewhere else. He also wanted to get away from Marie, the wife in the first one. The book was almost finished. Antoine was going to bring me a few missing pages later today. She pauses for a moment, trying not to burst into tears again, but that's not important anymore. I hid the book at the cemetery, G. We don't have G yet, behind a loose stone next to the angel statue. You should be able to find it easily. Okay, so we are going to have to go there. I want to ask about the wine, though, because, they mentioned it, but then we never, Okay, one night my husband brought that bottle to our apartment. I don't know where he got it, but it looks fancy. And he claimed he didn't know about it. Him and the sergeant might be, working together. And then I do want to ask about her husband as well. Yes, Gary drinks a lot and can get quite violent. He changed a lot since we moved to Paris. He doesn't want to leave the city and often argues with my brother about it. When Antoine said he wanted to take me from Paris, Gary beat him. Some nights my husband disappears and returns after a couple of days. I don't know what he does, but I'm scared of him sometimes. Interesting. Well, we have her bag now. She has a bag in that vision.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is supposed to be her husband, because there's the wine.
The wine, yeah. That is the husband.
It looks a little bit different for me, whereas like she definitely fits that picture a lot more. I'm still a little confused about this middle one.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like we've met
We haven't yet.
either of those two characters yet.
No.
But I do like how the vision stuff is coming together. Okay. Do we need to ask her anything else? Maybe about this guy?
Yeah. He's still out of the picture.
I'm sorry, kind sir, I don't know. He might just be a red herring. Maybe he's not really anything important. Okay. I don't think there's necessarily anything else we can ask her. Except for maybe the wife. She did mention that her brother was trying to get away from this wife.
Her, yeah. Which is weird.
Antoine had an affair with her over a year ago, but something went awry and he didn't want to continue the relationship. He told me she'd become really demanding and was threatening him.
Okay.
Her husband is a jealous man, and Antoine was afraid he'd find out about them. He started to avoid her, he locked the door to his workshop, and focused on finishing the job quickly. She did mention the door was locked. Okay. Should we ask about the husband?
Yeah.
He's the owner of the scriptorium where Anton was working. I never met him, though, and Anton rarely spoke of him. Okay, so...
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, was there anything else we should ask, or should we go to the cemetery and pick up the book?
Let's get the book first.
Okay. Goodbye, lady. Okay, you arrive at the cemetery. It's a hub for lowlifes and misfits. You see a group of thugs carrying barrels and bottles. The bottles are marked with a seal and look exactly like the one you saw in your dream, number 2. 2 thugs notice you and approach, but a man with a roguish smile, number 16, halts them.
Okay.
That is this guy. Okay, so he's at the cemetery.
Okay.
So he is coming into play somehow.
Okay.
So I think we do have to like talk to him now because he's like the only person there. Well, 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 who visits Raoul Lebon in his domain? Are you the gifted man people speak about? You've got quite a reputation, I must say. But I won't let you or my dog wander around my place. This is as far as you go. If you want to go any farther, you'll need to pay a toll. Or maybe you know our password, eh?
Password?
I don't know a password. What do we do now? The wine? I don't trust you enough to share what I know, but if you happen to know the password or have some coin to pay the toll, I might change my mind. Try the book. Why are you asking about that? Okay, great. Dead man? No, I don't trust you enough to share what I know, but if you happen to know the password or have some coin to pay the toll, I might change my mind.
Okay. Where was he first mentioned?
Up here with them.
Should we...
Maybe we should go back to Jeannie?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just gonna go back to Jeannie. Okay, you find a small well taming. Okay, they're sitting by the fire. Hi, Jeannie. I'm sorry, kind sir. I don't know. Oh, we can't scan that thing. We can go home. Because remember, we have these people that are like we're related to at our house. One of them is a monk with an expert on written materials. One is a merchant, an expert on items, and one is a spy, an expert on people. I wonder if maybe if we go home, because we haven't done this, and it's supposed to be like, if we get stuck, this is what's supposed to help us.
Okay.
This is your family house where you can seek help from your relatives, your uncle the monk, your sister the merchant, and your brother the spy. I'm thinking maybe the brother, the spy, because we need to know his password. Hello, brother. You may draw upon my knowledge of Paris and the secrets kept by its people. Raoul Laban is the leader of a local gang. They operate in Paris, but also maintain contacts outside the city. Mostly they deal in smuggling, but it is said they attack especially valuable merchant caravans if the opportunity arises. You can probably find him somewhere near the cemetery. Thanks.
Written material.
We don't have the book yet, but we can try. I mean, let's talk to our sister. Welcome, little brother. Let me guess. You found yet another mysterious object and need my expertise. Okay, so she does something with objects. I guess we don't need you. And I'm assuming he's going to be able to do something with books. Oh, it's my beloved nephew. Many blessings in your search. How may a humble servant of the Lord use his books to help you? I don't know if you can, but... I don't know many people outside the clergy. Yeah, your brother, the king's spy, is better acquainted with such affairs.
Does he know anything about it?
I mean, we can... Such commissions are not usually given to a scribe working in a private scriptorium. It requires a lot of work and takes months to finish. Only someone wealthy could afford such an endeavor. That's it.
Should we ask her about the...
I mean, yeah, we don't have it yet, but maybe she'll be able to do something. Okay. Your description suggests the wine comes from Burgundy. It's the kind usually reserved for royal circles and is quite expensive. It isn't something that's served in the tavern. I could tell you more if I saw the bottle.
Okay. Ask her about a bag?
A bag? Forgive me, I can't tell you anything interesting about this. It's probably because we already found Jeannie. I mean, we know more about the wine from Burgundy. Should we go talk to the brother-in-law again about the bottle of wine? Probably not, because we could get it from him, but we just need to know, like, the password and stuff. Should we... Who do we talk to? What do you think? Should we go back to the graveyard and just see if maybe since we talk to people about the wine, it'll change it? Or should we, like, Sergeant? He seems fishy. The brother-in-law seems a little fishy. I just don't know what we need to do next. I say let's go back to the beginning. Maybe talk to the wife.
Yeah.
Okay. You can. Okay, Marie blushes, lowers her voice, and explains. Yes, there was something between Antoine and me. I wanted it to continue, but Antoine was focused on his work and started to ignore me. I had nothing to do with his death. I was horrified and scared when I found him, but please don't tell my husband about it. He can't control himself when he's jealous. And she doesn't know anything about the wine. I mean, should we talk to the husband? That's my lovely wife, of course. She helps me with running the scriptorium, and I don't know what I'd do without her. She was the one who found the body. I scolded her for going all by herself. What if the killer had still been here? I think this is the same. I didn't hear anything as I usually sleep like a dead man. Pardon me, not the best choice of words.
The sergeant guy? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's still there with the master of the kitchen. You again, what do you want now? He may have called himself a Timothy Driver, he's just a common thug. Doesn't know anything about that, that's a book. The scribe was working on that book, wasn't he? If you happen to find out anything about it, or the book itself. Yeah, okay. Okay, he's not finding anything new. Gertrude, she's my wife. We live in a house. Yes, we saw that. I have no idea.
Wait, here?
Yeah, we haven't gone back there yet.
So the connection between these guys are the bottle.
Okay, we can talk, see if he knows anything about... He might not until we... Yeah, I don't trust you. I think we need to go back over here.
There was what?
There was a fight recently. Sorry, I didn't read that because I thought it was something we had seen before because we've just been jumping back and forth. So let me go back to history. Here we go. When you visit the old tenement house, the householder informed you that there was a fight recently. A guard came. I heard fighting, and a man living in the apartment, so the husband, ran away. See for yourself, but keep an eye on that dog. I don't need a bigger mess. Okay, so we did need to come back here, probably because of the wine bottle. It just took us a little while to figure it out. You can speak with the householder or investigate the apartment. Ooh, I think this might be where we can like look at stuff. So
can either talk to him or
I think it's this, search the scene.
Search
Do we
the
want to
scene.
just search the scene first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Can
so we don't have glasses. So one of us is going to observe the scene in a limited amount of time, and the other person has to grab clues. I actually think there was a search the scene button with the dead body too. I wonder if we should have done that.
We should have done that then. Well,
This is brand new. We're gonna do this first. We'll go back. Okay, so
So
get the evidence cards, and I'm gonna describe this one, I guess, to
Okay.
you without goggles.
Mm-hmm. Should
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. There
Ooh.
is like a jug on the
Wait.
floor and like a stone bed. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a pot.
Hot.
And there's the door.
There's
There's
a
candles on a barrel. Oh, okay. There's a bat on the floor.
Uh,
And there's the wine jug. I do see the wine jug. Oh my gosh, I'm all the way turned around. There's a... Yeah, okay. There's a bat, like, in that thing with Genie.
a bat. Okay.
There's the bat, and there is a wine jug on the
Melee.
table.
So I'm gonna get melee weapon.
Yes. There's blood or wine on the floor.
Blood. Okay. And organs.
No, there's no organs.
Just liquid.
Just liquid.
Liquid. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Just that. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is interesting. It's a 360 view. I mean, you guys are going to be able to see. Okay, so yeah, we had a like bat on the floor. There was some sort of red on the floor, and then we did have the jug of wine. I did see the jug of wine.
Okay.
So,
Bottles.
maybe put a bottle? I mean, I think we have to scan the things that we thought we saw, and then it's going to tell us what's good or not. There wasn't and organs. There was no and organs.
And okay. Parchment footprint.
No, I didn't see that. Tools,
Century,
coins.
record item. Piatware, keys, quartz.
I think that's it.
Weapons. Okay.
I think that's it. Okay. Do you want to give the mobile device to another player so they can observe as well? Did you want? It's going to take
Okay.
time, but
Oh,
you can
no.
observe as well if you want. I don't think there was that much.
Yeah. Okay. I want to see.
You want to do it? Okay. So hit yes. You can observe as well. So you're going to hit without.
That's pretty cool.
It is very interesting. Yeah, it's a whole 360 thing.
How long does it take?
I think it's you get 40 seconds.
Okay.
I think. Just see if there's
I know.
anything else that you see besides like the bat, the stuff on the floor, and the bottle.
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So yeah, when that comes back as like we're done, I think we get to scan in the things that we thought we saw, and then it'll tell us if it's yes or no.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Cool.
So now, I think we get to scan. A simple cudgel lies on the floor. It is covered with blood. So I think we get to put that in the red. Yes, okay. Next. Okay, nothing in the liquid category.
Okay.
I think it's because it says it was covered in blood. And then, bottle. A bottle of wine with a seal depicting a crown. It somehow survived the fight completely intact. So refer to card number 2 when you want to use the bottle. So we do have that now. Awesome.
Oh, so that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So now, I think we can have the dog
Sniff
sniff
bottle.
things.
Yeah.
So, first of all, here, the bottle. Percival sniffs at the bottle and then runs off, his nose to the ground. You follow and arrive at the cemetery.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a hub for lowlifes and misfits. You see a group of thugs carrying barrels and bottles. The bottles are marked with a seal. Yep, 2 thugs approach you. Okay.
What about the
Have
weapon?
the dog check
The weapon.
the weapon. Percival sniffs the blood on the cudgel but quickly loses interest. It seems he can't distinguish a single recognizable and strong scent.
Okay,
Well, we don't know where he is right now either. They took him away. Should we go back and see if we can actually...
Yeah.
Oh, we're so bad at this. Okay. Yeah, they have a search the scene. Don't do what we're doing, okay? Just don't do it. Okay, without. Okay. There's a broom. Oh, there's papers all over the floor. I think there is a paper one for that. There's a box.
There's a box.
Oh!
What?
There's a dead body.
There's a... Okay.
Did you want to see?
That would... No.
But, like, you can see it.
Okay.
Okay. Dead body, blood. There's a box. There's a cross.
There's a what? Oh, that cross. Okay.
And a book.
And
Lots of books, actually, because like, it's his room.
And we have
There's
boxes.
a scroll.
Scroll.
And candles. There's like, yeah, a locked box. There's some bottles as well.
Bottles?
Yeah.
The same bottles?
No, it's not the same bottles.
Okay.
They're like normal bottles. But there's bottles, candles,
Books.
broom, papers, dead body with
Blood.
blood. A cross. Okay. There was doors and windows. Do you want to grab those too just in case?
Well, sure.
Books.
Parchment and paper. Books. Box.
Jewelry.
And packages. Jewelry. Okay.
I mean, it's going to tell us or devotional objects. Grab that too just in case.
Oh, the cross.
Because it's a cross.
Okay.
Coins, trash, animals, tools, no. Paintings, no. Bottles? You didn't grab bottles.
Oh.
Okay. Let's scan. Oh, you want to look? Okay. He wants his turn too.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. I think the whole point of some of it is like when you're, especially in a big group of people, you take turns doing this, but you do one person who actually looks and then describes stuff and other people get the cards. There's only 2 of us, so it's okay if we share, especially since we're learning how to do this. But yeah, hand me the stuff for us to scan in. And let's see what we actually got. We probably should have done the crime scene first, but yeah. Okay, parchments and papers. A few sheets of paper, some filled with writing. To learn more, scan the letters and messages category card, number 15.
Here. Letters and...
Number 15.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So I guess it says to learn more, so scan the letters and messages. Okay. A set of papers is lying on the desk. Among them you find a letter written in the name of the local tavern owner. The author asks for news about a shipment of Burgundy wine that never arrived at the tavern. Okay, so that's the fancy wine. You found a clue, put it in the red.
However, someone said that this kind of wine never serves in taverns. So
Which is
that's
why it's
really-
interesting.
yeah.
Yes, okay. Here, devotional objects. A jeweled cross is lying on the floor of the workshop, not too far from the victim's body. That is a clue as well. Nice, okay. Jewelry, we grabbed this as well, but I think it's just the cross. Yeah, devotional objects, okay. Boxes and packages. A small decorated wooden box with carvings depicting a group of dancers. Inside you find a lock of dark hair. Interesting.
Dark
Okay.
hair.
I think we can ask people. I think they all have dark hair, honey.
Yeah, but she's the one like mentioned. She's with dark hair.
That is true.
Yeah.
They did specify. Okay. I think we now have lots of things to ask people about. Several books are scattered across the floor, and the bookstand is empty. There is no sign of the illustrated book you saw in your dream. Okay. I guess we don't keep that one. Well, because I think it's because we want the one specific book. Nothing in this category for doors and windows. There was a door, but just in case. Okay, and bottles. Nothing for that one specifically either. Okay. So now, we are at the crime scene. Should we ask them anything? Should we have just the dog?
I mean, let the dog sniff the cross because
Sniff the
that's
cross?
too good of the cross for a scribe, right?
Probably. I mean,
It's
well, and he's
jewelry.
wearing one,
Yeah.
and that's not the dead guy.
No.
So, yes.
But did any?
Oh, Percival ignores this item. There probably isn't enough distinct human
Okay.
scent on it. You should try something different.
But there is no clue leading to the tavern, right? I think tavern is the missing.
Yes,
this is
nothing
from
yet.
Tavern.
We'll do the letters and messages.
Yeah.
Percival ignores it. The box. Percival instantly walks up to Marie. He stops in front of her, staring intently and emitting a few barks. Okay, so let's talk to Marie about the box. Yes, this is my hair. It was a gift, you see.
Oh, okay.
There was something between me and Antoine some time ago, but after a while he rejected me, didn't want to see me anymore. I had nothing to do with his death, I swear. I know I shouldn't have gotten involved in a relationship in the first place, but please don't tell my husband, okay?
Okay.
Should we ask about letters?
Letters, yeah.
I'm a decent woman and I don't know anything about taverns or other such places. How about a cross? Antoine received the cross as a gift, I suppose. I'm not sure who gave it to him. I just noticed it one day somewhere around the workshop. Antoine didn't want to say where he got it. The man had secrets, I tell you. And then melee weapon?
Oh yeah, the bat.
Can't help with that. Okay. I'll talk to you again, I guess.
Yeah.
Cross. I remember this. It belonged to Antoine. He received it as a gift from a relative or maybe a patron, I'm not sure. I know it's unusual to see such valuable jewelry in the hands of a scribe, but Antoine never explained himself and I never asked. I'm sure he was wearing the cross last time I saw him, which was yesterday. Okay. Letters. Oh, this unlocked the tavern, I think. Okay, it's one of the documents Antoine copied for his side job. The tavern mentioned in the letter is located at the Rue de la Porte Montmartre. N. Okay, so now we can go there at least. I'm gonna ask about the melee weapon, I guess. Can't help. Okay. Goodbye. Let's go to the tavern.
I'm gonna use all the location cards.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, there's only obviously a certain amount of places you can go in this one game in the 1400s, and so I think it just depends on, like, the situations of where you actually do end up going. Okay. The tavern occupies the lower floors of an old townhouse, squeezed between surrounding buildings. Entering, you were welcomed by suspicious looks from its shady regulars. The innkeeper, 20, is here. Oh, and Gieri, drunkard brother-in-law, sits in the corner of the room. His face is marked with fresh bruises. Oh, I wonder if it's similar to like that.
Yeah.
And is wearing a blood-stained shirt.
Okay.
So, who should we talk to first? Oh, and that is the innkeeper there. And there's the cross. Who should we talk to first? The innkeeper? Hello, innkeeper. Hello, sweetie. I usually don't allow dogs in my tavern, but I can make a small exception. So tell me, what brings a renowned knight such as yourself to my place?
The cross.
The cross first? Not the wine or the letters?
The wine, yeah. Either one.
Letter.
Letters.
Yes, that's a letter written in my name. It was one of the jobs the scribe did for me. Actually, it's one of many letters Antoine was writing for me lately. I wanted to send this one to the owner of an inn located by the road leading to Paris. I'm waiting for a shipment of fine Burgundy wine. The problem is, it should have arrived many days ago. I lost quite a bit of money on that deal, so now I'm trying to find out what happened. Maybe one of my fellow innkeepers heard something. Okay, so I'm assuming there's fellow innkeepers eventually, but we know he has the wine at the graveyard. We saw that. Okay, now let's ask about the devotional object. A young monk, number 2. Haha. We don't have him yet. Yep, that is the young monk. Okay.
Okay.
Came here a couple of months ago with that same cross. It looked valuable, which is why I remember it. I haven't seen him since. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else specifically to ask her, but the drunkard husband is here.
More about the young monk.
More about the monk? Anything else? He came to the tavern a couple months ago. I remember because it's unusual to see someone like him in a tavern full of lowlifes. He was looking for someone skilled in copying documents. Ooh. I introduced him to Antoine, and in return, he put me in contact with a wine vendor from his abbey. He even promised a hefty discount for their best wine if I referred to him by name, which I did. Sadly, the shipment never arrived. Well, then what's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing. Apparently, she's not going to tell us his name. Should we...
Did we ask about the wine?
We did not ask specifically about the wine. Yes, sweetie, that's the same kind of wine I was expecting in my shipment. It's really hard to obtain, but I made contact with a wine vendor who trades with a certain abbey in Burgundy. A young monk recommended me in exchange for a favor. Okay, so his favor... So should we talk... just mention the scribe, I guess. Oh yes, I know this young lad. Poor soul. He was a frequent guest of my tavern, though he never drank. We had a small agreement, he and I. He worked for me whenever I needed his services, and I directed some clients his way. He was quite popular among local shady clientele. You know, thieves, thugs, and others. Why? Your dead scribe was an excellent forger. You didn't know that, did you? Who could want him dead? I don't know. He was harmless, really. I saw him working with Raoul Lebon, the leader of the local gang. They usually hang around the cemetery. Okay.
Ask her about that.
Ask him about him. Raoul leads a gang of local thugs. Don't worry, I know how to handle those types. You can find him somewhere around the cemetery.
Never mind that. I think that's all.
Let's talk to brother-in-law. The man's face is marked with fresh bruises. Clue number 5.
What? Oh. Blood in the organ.
I think it's because we can ask about it.
Okay.
He is drinking cheap wine from a cup and looks at you with contempt. What do you want? Yeah, okay. So let's, I guess, ask how he got bloodied. What are you looking at? The sergeant gave me those. Bastard. Okay. So I guess we can ask about the sergeant? Maybe he was looking for Jeannie. Bastard, he came to my house and started asking questions about my wife. When I told him to get lost, he started to beat me without warning. I punched him, pushed him away, and just ran. Okay. Melee weapon. It was at your house. You know what that is? It's the club the sergeant used to beat the crap out of me. It's also the same thing from this picture with her bag. So I wonder if the sergeant actually was going after her in more of a way than just like, hey, your brother.
Yeah.
It's probably him. The wine that was at your place. When you show him the bottle, he tells you to hide it immediately. Reassured that no one saw it, he explained, careful with that, pal. I'll tell you what I know if you keep quiet. I'm surprised this bottle survived the fight. I sometimes work with Raoul Lebon, helping with small jobs. The last one was simple, to unload a wagon full of barrels and bottles like this one. I snatched one for myself. It all happened at the cemetery. If you speak to Raoul, use our secret password, star, not that one, that one, number 3. He'll know you can be trusted. What is that? Oh, it's just a bubble, a speech bubble. I think we can put that here.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope, nope. Apparently, it's not something we have. It's just something that's around. Okay, in the blue. Now, is there anything else we should ask him before we leave? I don't think there is.
Bottle letter. He probably doesn't know anything about the letter.
No, I
what
think.
About a cross?
No, that was at his place. I mean, we can ask if you want, but I think it's more about the monk, not about the brother-in-law.
So let's go there. I think.
Haha, we have figured it out. Okay. You arrive at the cemetery. Okay, we've done this before. Talk to this guy. Well, well, well. We do know your password. Whatever it is.
Password. Probably.
Ah, you're full of surprises. It seems you know a thing or two. Fine, you can pass, but don't make any trouble. Now that you can explore the cemetery further, you locate the angel statue and find the chronicle hidden behind a loose stone. You take the book.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, should we ask him about
the book?
The wine?
The wine, yeah.
Raoul looks over his shoulder where a shipment is being unloaded. Yeah, we might have something to do with it, but you won't tell anyone about that, right? It was Antoine who tipped me off about the shipment, and I couldn't refuse. Of course the scribe took money for that service. He had good business instincts, if you know what I mean. How did he know about the shipment? He was writing the letters that Eloise, no, her,
Oh, okay.
was sending to some abbey. So he double-crossed multiple people, it seems like.
Do you think we
can ask him about her, or her about him?
Him about her, or him about...
Okay. The tavern owner, we use her place for meetings, but we might need to look for a new place soon, if you know what I mean. What about the sergeant? I really feel like he's way in on this. Sergeant Mateus, people call us thugs, but the real ones are those who claim to be in charge of the city's well-being. He's a bastard, a cheat, and a common sewer rat, not worth dealing with no matter what. I hope you know what I mean. Okay, I wonder... The thing is, I feel like we do need to ask Jeannie about the melee weapon because of that. I don't know if that feels like that might have been early enough that we should have done that.
No.
But we may...
This guy...
I don't know if we're going to be able to find him or not, or if he's just somebody we can ask about.
Have we asked...
We have not asked him about him yet. No.
Wait, have we asked him
I don't know everyone.
Have we asked him about the monk.
No. We did not. I can ask him about the book. No. Okay.
It's only the stripe and those.
So I feel like we need to ask Jeannie about the melee weapon at least, for sure.
Yeah. Let's do that first.
And we got the book too. We can probably go back, ask her about. Let's do the melee
How
weapon.
many days do we have?
We're still on day 1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But it started at like 7 a.m. and now we're at like 9 something.
PM.
Yes. When the sergeant came to find me at the palace, he held a bloodstained club in his hand. I panicked and ran away.
Okay.
Okay. Book. We got the book, Jeannie. Yes, that's the book Anton was working on. I don't see how it could be so important that Antoine had to pay the ultimate price. You see tears in her eyes. I don't want to see it anymore. It has only brought me bad luck. Okay, I wonder, expert on written materials, the monk.
Okay.
And maybe also, I don't know. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Let's go back home. Talk to the monk about the book. Such commissions are not usually given to a scribe working at a private scriptorium. It requires a lot of work and takes months to finish. Only someone wealthy could afford such an endeavor. You found it? Ah, yes. It describes the history and lands of the l'Abbaye Bleu in Burgundy, the monastery belonging to Abbot Adam de Vonnegut, number 15. But it's the same Burgundy abbot that this guy, I think, is from. So that's the main guy. Maybe we can ask the spy.
Yeah.
About
people.
Okay. Oh wait, she also said she could tell us more about the wine if we need to. If we actually had the bottle. A few months ago, the abbot of the monastery, number 15, came to Paris. It's possible the wine was brought along with his retinue. I'm not sure where he lives, but your uncle or brother might be better informed. Okay, not the uncle, so let's talk to our brother. The abbot, his arrival in Paris was quite an event a few months ago. He came to the capital to stand before the royal court in a dispute over land in Burgundy. The lands belonging to the abbey were taken and sacked by the English, but they have been retrieved in the recent war and claimed by Hubert de Clairefontaine, number 13. Do we have 13 yet? So so this is now all about land disputes.
Politics.
You can find the abbot in his manor at Saint Denis D.
There we go.
Okay, I almost feel like, I don't know if we're going to be going back here yet, so I'm going to just move him up, and then we can put this one down here. So we can find the abbot at his manor. I'm going to put him there for now. I'm going to also ask about him. He is the right-hand man of Abbot Adam de Vonnegut. You can find them both in the manor here. So I think we do need to go there next.
That guy.
This is the guy that owns stuff, I think. He is a powerful person strictly tied to the royal court. His wealth and positions were earned during recent conflicts with the English. He resides in the palace on the Ile de la Cité, but he speaks only to his loyal servants and peers. Yeah, so he must be there somewhere, just not like where we could see him before. In court, I heard a lot of talk about Clairefontaine's legal dispute with Abbot de Vonnegut. I'm pronouncing these words completely different every single time. They're fighting over precious lands in Burgundy. Okay. So I think that now means we probably need to go there? Go there first? Okay, goodbye. You arrive at the gates of a grandiose manor. A young Cistercian monk, number 2, opens the gates but refuses to let you in. It's late at night and you won't be able to speak to anyone. You return to your family house to rest and will continue the investigation tomorrow morning.
Okay. So
Now it's 7 a.m. day 2. Okay.
Alright.
Now we can go back. We just took too long. Okay. Now he refuses to let us in, but it's not too late, so should we ask about the cross first or ask about...
Ask about a cross.
Oh. Okay. A young monk studies you and Percival, then he greets you. Is there anything I can help you with? Devotional objects. Where did you, fine, come in. I think you need to speak with the abbot. The monk lets you inside and leads you to the abbot's chambers. Okay, now he says we need to speak to the abbot. So, Welcome to the estate, my friend. What may a humble servant of our Lord and Savior do for you? Dead guy. Yes, I hired this young man to do some very special work for me. The chronicle of our abbey was lost, but a skilled man like Antoine could make a replica. Number 1 is at the book.
One?
The book.
Oh, okay.
The news about his sudden death is most horrific. God watch over his soul. But I can't really help you solve this mystery. I never spoke with Antoine, but instead delegated everything to the faithful brother Timothy. I only offered my cross as part of the scribe's payment.
Who's Timothy?
This guy.
Oh, okay.
So we're still talking to him. Let's mention the cross, see what he has to say. I offered this cross as part of the payment to Antoine. He was doing fine work worthy of a generous reward. Should we mention the book?
Yeah.
The abbot takes the chronicle and flips through the pages. He smiles. God bless you. It's missing a few pages, but it's a fine work. This book is enough to strengthen our claims in the royal court. You have my eternal gratitude, if, of course, you decide to give it to me when you've solved the case. Interesting. Should we ask about this guy? Every day I thank God that I have such a faithful servant. I don't know.
Does he work for him?
Maybe?
And
they're in a dispute with that guy, yes.
Right. For land. So he's asking
We should ask him about
Antoine to copy a document to prove that
they own the land, not the English, or something like that. Yes. I'm wondering if we should ask about Hubert de Clairefontaine. He's a good servant to our king, but proud and relentless. He may have helped fight the English plague in our lands, but he also took what was not rightfully his. God will judge his actions. For now, though, the royal court will judge our dispute. In the end, the lands should, of course, belong to the abbey.
Can we go talk to these?
Probably, but should we talk to him more?
Okay.
We're talking to him right now. Goodbye. Is there anything I can help you with?
The wine?
The wine? When you ask about the wine, Brother Timothy makes an excuse and speaks with you in private. You see, when I was looking for a good scribe, I had to offer something in return to the innkeeper.
Okay.
A shipment of finest Burgundy wine from our abbey seemed perfect. I put her in touch with our wine vendor, and she introduced me to Antoine. The thing is, the abbot doesn't know about the deal, and I'd rather keep it that way. This kind of wine isn't usually sold to anyone other than a royal court or noble house, but I think it was a small price for acquiring the services of a skilled artisan. She got it through normal means.
Right. But then why would he tell the thug to rob the caravans if this is a price? Or maybe he just...
It sounds like he just is not a very nice scribe. I don't know.
Okay.
Book. You found it. Bless the day. Take it to the abbey immediately. Abbot immediately. We already did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think we need to try and go over there.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You arrive at the palace courtyard, but the entrance is guarded. No one is allowed inside. Sergeant Matthias is there talking with the guards. You use the servant entrance to meet the master of the kitchen. We did that before. I think we need to ask the master of the kitchen about the actual person that owns the place. Okay, Hubert de Clairefontaine, oh my gosh, is a good lord and he values my work. I can't complain. Recently he's become occupied with some legal matters, but I don't know any details. I could take you to the lord's chambers if you wish. I think he'd like to speak with a person like you. Come. And he requests an audience for us, and the lord agrees. Okay, so now we're going to talk to him. What brings such a famous knight to my palace? Are you offering me your talents? Let's ask about them first, since it seems the most obvious. An old fool who doesn't realize he's already lost. Yes, I have a legal dispute with Abbot de Vonnegut, but it won't last long. His claims are weak, and he should just accept his failure. He's the most loyal servant of Adam. Brother Timothy is probably responsible for at least some of the abbot's intrigues and dealings with criminals. Interesting. Okay. Should we ask about the sergeant first? My good and faithful soldier. I appointed him to the rank of sergeant, hoping the city would benefit from his talents. I expect great things from him. Okay. Dead guy? The scribe, Sergeant Matthias, discovered he was involved in criminal dealings. If de Vogot, I'm bad at this, needs to use the services of such people, I don't need to worry. It's just pathetic. The book he was working on is a common forgery, nothing more. Should we ask about the book?
Maybe.
So it is true what they say about you. You found the book. I assume you'll make the right choice and give me this copy after you solve the case. I'm counting on you, and I'll repay the favor considerably. What about the melee weapon? No. Wine?
If we talk to the sergeant...
It used to be one of my favorites. Now it tastes sour when I drink it because it reminds me of Adam. What about? Talk to the sergeant?
Talk to the sergeant about a bat.
Ooh. That's, yeah, okay.
Gonna get us killed.
Maybe. Bye. Okay. Sergeant. You again? What do you want now? Well, now that you mention it, that's a kind of weapon thugs have been using lately. It belongs to Gieri, a man who attacked me during this investigation.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
The baby! Okay. Grab him and we'll try and do this with him. Hi, baby. Did you have a good nap? So I'm wondering if we should ask the sergeant about the blood and organs. Okay. That filthy drunk jumped me when I visited the victim's house. Okay. Okay, so the one we were doing earlier. I punched him in the face and he ran away so fast I couldn't catch him. Should we ask him about the book? I know it seems like we're not supposed to, but like at the same time, I feel like... When the sergeant sees the chronicle, his eyes open wide. This book, if I were you, I'd give it to Lord de Clairefontaine. Otherwise, you'll be making a big mistake. Come, I'll present you to the Lord. Sergeant Matthias leads you inside the palace where the Lord agrees to see you. Okay, so now we're just back in the Lord's part.
He denied the weapon.
He did. He said it was his.
Okay.
Should we just ask about... Or wait, where's... He was then the one who jumped me in the house where the dead scribe lived. Violent and drunk, he ran away like the coward he is. Is there any other place that we were supposed to be able to, like, look at stuff and we just didn't? I don't know. Come here, baby. Look at the camera, you see? Say hi. Hi, camera. Hi, camera. Okay, one thing that I don't think we've considered doing, but maybe we should, is going back to talk to our monk brother or uncle about the letters.
Okay.
You might need to do this.
Okay.
So up into the monk, and then you just hold it on the QR code. So tap and hold.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah, that first. Okay, and then the letters and messages. I have looked at the letter and other writings from the scriptorium, and I can confirm they were written by Antoine. The place mentioned in the letter is located at the Rue de la Porte, yeah, the tavern. Ooh, maybe she, because she's an expert on items, maybe for like...
The bat.
Yeah. It's a common weapon mainly used by thugs, thieves, and brigands. Should we ask him about it?
Who? Ask him. Okay.
I mean, we're just anything to go further in the case. Why are you asking me about that? Well, because you're a thug. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Presley. Okay, I hate to do this, but I almost feel like we might need to go home and just sort of pick who we think did it to end this game with Presley here. I really don't necessarily want to, but this might just be how we're gonna have to do it. Like I said, I don't actually want to do this, but I think we might have to just try to solve the case at this time. You are about to try to solve the case and end the game. Are you sure? No, but yes. Okay. Who murdered Antoine? I'm gonna say the sergeant. What was the motive for the crime? The book. Where did Antoine find new side jobs?
The tavern?
The tavern, like the place for the tavern.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the place, or at least I'm gonna scan the place. I really think it was also the tavern lady, but it says where, so I think who provided her with connections to the wine vendor? That's this guy. Who was Gary Hodevine working for lately? The brother was working for someone? This guy, because of the wine.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot. He stole the wine from that guy. Okay. Who was the main political adversary of Adam? This guy. Who, in your opinion, should receive the illustrated book? I mean, I like the monk guy better. What do you think? Who do you think should get the book? Basically, it's between him and him, I'm pretty sure. I don't like the sergeant guy, so I'm leaning more towards the monk.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer for that. Okay. You are now certain that Sergeant Matthias killed the scribe. You provided the judges with the murder weapon and the motives that led to the killing. His patron rejected him, and he will face trial without the protection of a noble. Jeannie, crushed by the sudden death of her brother, decided to abandon her husband and leave Paris for good. Oh. It's okay, you can stay close so you can hear. Oh, and there's cats everywhere! She has started a new life somewhere else. With the copied chronicle in hand, Adam was able to resolve the judicial dispute. The book was clear about the claims, and the abbey was bestowed with new lands. Okay. The case, we have stars. We got 100%. So I think we were right. I think we did not get points for closing the case and how many times we did.
Okay.
So 5 stars it looks like. 5 stars. Case closed in 1 day, 3 hours, 35 minutes, which is more than 12 hours. They expected us to do it within 12 hours.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Who murdered Antoine? We said number 12. We got 20 points for that, so we were right. What was the motive for the crime? The book. We were right. Where did Antoine find new side jobs? The tavern. We were right. Who provided Eloise with connections to the wine vendor? It doesn't look like it was wide enough to actually say if we were right or not, but we got the 10 points, so I think we were right. Who was Gary working for? We were right. Who was the main political adversary of Adam? We were right. Who, in your opinion, should receive the illustrated book? It says plus 5 points. I don't know how many points are supposed to be completely available or not. And then congratulations, you have found the chronicle hidden at the cemetery. So I'm assuming some people maybe solved stuff without actually finding the book. But we got a total 100 out of 100. Ooh, and then solution. Okay, and so this is like their thing. Adam, the abbot of the abbey, needed the forged chronicle to strengthen his claims to certain lands and win the judicial dispute with Lord Hubert. Sergeant Matthias heard in the tavern about the arrangement between Antoine and brother Timothy. Matthias wanted to get the chronicle in his hands and give it to his patron. His first attempt to take it from the scriptorium was interrupted. The chronicle was nearly finished, missing only a few pages. Antoine, afraid that the sergeant would come again, gave the book to his sister and asked her to hide it. He promised to bring the missing pages the next day, but he never got the chance to write them. The sergeant tried to get the book once more. Antoine wouldn't tell him what happened to the book, and there was a fight. The sergeant used his cudgel, hoping to get answers by force, and an unfortunate blow to the scribe's head proved fatal. The chronicle was nowhere to be found, so the sergeant continued searching, using the investigation as a cover. He targeted Antoine's family but couldn't find the book. Both Gary and Jeannie were able to avoid being captured. Ultimately, all the evidence proves the sergeant's guilt. He now faces trial for murder, and connections in high places won't help him. Okay, so 1, very fun game. I loved the whole setup and the fact that we can use an app with it. My only thing, and this is me personally, I like to have more, I guess, concrete answers. And we, you know, fingered the sergeant for this quite early on. But I was hoping for, I guess, more. And as we got further, we got more into the actual motives, and they asked about, like, who the political adversaries were. So it's a good thing we kept going. But if all we really had to answer was who did the murder, we could have guessed the sergeant. And I don't even know, there might have been more story that we could have uncovered after more time actually doing this. But it seems like we got all the answers right. So we actually did do what we needed to do in more than double the time it expected us to do it. But we got a little bit lost because we forgot you're actually able to, like, collect evidence at the scene. You can look for clues, and we forgot about that part. But I liked doing it with the 360 view and everything. That's very fun. So we'll see how long this actually takes me to get this video up, because I have 3 different cameras and stuff worth of footage. I wouldn't mind potentially filming another one of these and putting it up on the channel. It just might not be anytime soon. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. I will leave the information about this game and the company linked down below. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. So I will see you then. Bye.